Hi, my name is Kuruk, and this is a Triumph recap for both February and March. This time we're going to be splitting the updates on each teams into sections. So if there's one team in particular you wish to know about, you should go to the respective point of the video shown on the screen now. We start off with the CSGO team, where in February they took on the Flashpoint North American qualifiers. They started off well, going 2-0 in the first round against Prospects, moving us forward. However, the next game we played against was against X-Riot, where the team fell 0-2, moving into lower brackets, before falling to We Are August again 0-2. In March, things started to look up for the squad, as the team was refreshed, bringing on two new faces, Sheikh Zula, previously coached on MC Esports, and Asuna, as well as welcoming back Grim. Bungie and Voltage also stuck around from the old squad. This led them on to the MDL League for the season, where they finished off 18-4, having taken down teams such as Swirl Identity, Chaos Esports Club, as well as the top seed, Mythic. This superb performance meant they will qualify for the MDL playoffs, for a chance to enter the MDL Global Challenge. The team first took down Chaos Esports Club 2-0, before taking down the team that came first in the league standings in the regular season, Under 21, in a nail-biting matchup that had them going into overtime twice. Regardless, we managed to comfortably qualify into the MDL Global Challenge, what should be taking place in April. That's not all, as the team also played the North American Rio qualifier for a chance to take part in the Rio Minor. Their first round was against the team Furia Esports, where they took a devastating loss 0-2, moving the team into lower bracket, giving them only one more chance before being knocked out entirely. First, they took on Swirl Identity, taking them 2-0, before moving on to Mythic 2-1. This meant they moved on to the final lower bracket round against August. The team lost the first map, Nuke, 11-16, before coming back in Dust 2 to equalize the overall score to 1-1. On the final map, they managed to win Inferno on a close 16-14, meaning that the team has now qualified into the Rio Minor, an upcoming tournament originally going to be taking place in Rio that has since been delayed due to COVID-19 concerns. We'll bring more on that on a future date. In other CSGO news, Voltage recently stepped in for Chaos Esports Club in the Flashpoint series, where he helped them take down Genji 2-0. Next up, we have information about the COD team. We recently refreshed the COD team, picking up Standy and Dave Pardy, while keeping on Philo, Nagafen, and Royalty. Every week, the COD team has been taking on the COD Challengers Game Battles 1000 series weekly tournament for a chance to win themselves Challengers points to improve seeding, as well as prize money. Overall, their success has been pretty decent, placing no lower than top 16 in a tournament that includes CDL Academy teams and other top-ranked COD teams. The team even managed to take first place in Game Battles number 6, beating out Atlanta FaZe Academy, as well as second place on Game Battles number 4, falling to a puck team named 1K2/22 that consisted of multiple CDL players. Moving on to Apex team, they recently took part in the online tournament number 2 as part of the Apex Legends Global Series. Since the Global Series Major 1 Texans was cancelled, the prize pool for this tournament had been upped to $300,000. The team found great success in all of their rounds, finishing most of them within the top 5, before finishing in semi-finals as the first place team. The finals, however, started rough, with them placing 20th place in the first game. However, despite an uphill battle, the team steadily managed to raise their rankings, placing high in most matches, and with a first place finish in the final game to boot, the team managed to skyrocket their final positioning into third place, meaning they took home $8,400 between them, as well as 1,410 ALGS points. Congratulations to them. Moving on to Overwatch, we had some changes in our squads, as Halo, our main support on the main Triumph roster, was picked up by the Overwatch League team, Boston Uprising. We thank him for his time at Triumph and wish him all the success in his future career. After their performance in the seeding tournament, the team then moved on to the Trials Week 1, where they met against Revival, a soon-to-be future rival, and fell 2-3. Due to our performance in the seeding tournament prior, however, we have already made it into contenders, and during the first week of contenders, we again went against Revival, and once again, in an incredibly close game, fell 2-3. This meant that we had to move back down to Trials once again. It was at this point that Samito, one of our main DPS, made the decision to retire from professional Overwatch and transition fully to being a content creator, still under Triumph. We wish him all the success in his future. During the second week of Trials, we first went up against Simplicity, where he took the win 3-0, and then Revival again, taking them 3-1, nabbing our first win against them. In the semi-finals of Trials, we clashed with Montreal Rebellion, where our reign was cut short 2-3. This put us at a higher seeding for contenders in the next week, where our first matchup was against, you guessed it, Revival, where we showed how much we improved by going 3-0. In the quarterfinals, however, the team fell short against Saints, going 1-3. Meanwhile, Milky from our contender squad took on the Esports Finland Overwatch Cup LAN event with his team, Manuel Mena, and took home the first place prize, making him and his team the 2-time champions. As well as that, we also gained a new manager for the Overwatch Contender squad, with Raven stepping in as the new manager. This leads us on to general Triumph news, where Rusto, our previous Overwatch Contenders manager, took over as the Triumph manager. He will now oversee the organization as a whole, as well as making sure that everything runs smoothly. We've also started a new series called Together We Design, hosted by Anarchy, one of our graphic designers, that will go over tips and tricks for graphic design, for people both new to it and those a bit more familiar with it. You can check it out on YouTube and Instagram TV. We also launched some all new jerseys that you can find at store.triumphesports.gg. My name's been Kuruk, and this has been your Triumph recap for both February and March.